I had an experience. Clap if it's difficult to park where you live. Okay. I got a good parking space. You know, it was so good that I actually Ubered here. I Ubered here. I told my wife, honey, I can see my car from the fucking window. I am not moving. I am not going to go anywhere. And I was at the, I don't know if you guys, I'm going to admit my guilty pleasure. I was at the Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah. You like that, the Wiener Schnitzel? Yeah. Sounds like a German gay bar. But the Wiener Schnitzel, and there was an unhoused maiden there, you know, in front. And she called me G.I. George Bush. I gave her $5. Just for the bit, it's worth it, right? And a woman standing there, she goes, she's only going to spend that on drugs and alcohol. I said, that's what I was going to spend it on. So go fuck yourself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Get in here, Cece. Give it up for Cece. She's here. Due to the liberal judicial system in the state of New York, she's here tonight. And look, we've got 2 more people. Give them some love. Keep it going. You're welcome here tonight. Tonight, welcome. It's free cocaine night here at LASC. Give it up for free cocaine. Come on, you bastards. I know. I've only got about a quarter gram left, so some of you are going to have to leave. Yeah, man, this is good. I'm enjoying myself, you know. And I'm happy to be here. Are y'all happy to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I found out, you know, listen to this. First of all, I noticed that the Wiener Schnitzel, I go there a lot. There's always a guy that hangs around there in bicycle shorts, but he doesn't have a bicycle. Have you ever seen that bicycle? Like, I found out I was not welcome at fucking Chuck E. Cheese anymore. You know, the 3rd time this week they kicked me out of the ball pit. I'm gonna fucking bring my own kid? That's ageism! God, I took a whole bunch of mushrooms before I went there. Fuck me up. Fuck me up! But I go to the dog park. I don't have a dog. My dog, yeah. Well, first of all, there's not the stigma that they give you at fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Those fuckers. But they don't treat you the same way. They kind of look at you funny. You know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm just trying to... somebody close that door. It's a gaping... I'm just waiting for the next foot to fucking drop. Or foot to drop. It's a shoe, Cece. Probably a shoe. A shoe. A shoe.
It could be a foot.
I just celebrated, a birthday, monumental birthday. I'm north of 50, which is a fancy way of saying I'm fucking 60 fucking years old. 60 years old, give it up for me! Which is amazing. You know, by the way, it probably looks much worse than it feels from here. I'm just, you know. But give me your honest opinion. Up here. You want, hey, give it up. We've got to let another exit. What is your name? Ilana, give it up for Ilana. She's here from The Sound of Music. Yes, Ilana from The Sound of Music. Did you ever see The Sound of Music?
Sound of Music.
The hills are alive with the clap if you know what The Sound of Music is. You know, it's a type of movie where a Wiener Schnitzel would fit in. You ever see that? Yeah, you look like at the end of the movie, the Nazis chased the Von Trapp family up the hill as they escaped the horrors of fascism. It's an upbeat movie. It doesn't sound like it, but that's okay. Yeah, but 60. Give me your truth. 60 years old. What? I'm not bad here, right? Yeah. Not bad. Am I not bad? Thank you. My neck is 73. The fucking neck starts to get, you know, you get things, and my phone knows it. I keep on getting coupons for fucking turtlenecks. Also, my testicles are presently in a race for ground level. The left one's in the lead. The left one, I don't know if do you have a urologist? You will. The left one does a lot of the heavy lifting. The left one is the senior partner. That's right. Oh, yeah. You going to come up and do some comedy tonight?
Yes.
God damn it. Give it up for her. Encourage her. Look. You're feeling great, right? You feeling great? Yeah. So what do? You get in your car, you drive 32 minutes, you come here, you pay $10 to be mildly ignored by your peers? No! Not here! We won't have it. This is an open mic. Unlike, look, there's some open mics that I'm not going to name out loud, Hollywood comedy, where you go and it's just 7 guys at the end in the dark, all staring at their phones and not fucking laughing. There'll be none of that here. All right? I'm just letting you know. There'll be none of that fucking here. Are anybody married here? Where are my married people? Oh, thank God for you. Thank God for you. My wife and I just celebrated 31 years.
Wow.
31 years. The same person. It's not easy, Cece. You have to employ tricks. You have to employ, like, clap if you know what a hall pass is. You know what a hall pass is? All right. A hall pass. Hall pass. You know what a hall pass is. My wife is a tiny Filipina. She's about 5 foot 4'11", right there. And she, by the way, she's 100% Filipina. I'm 100% Irish. In LA, that makes our children tall Mexicans. But that's how they're made. That's the recipe that's used. Her hall pass is Idris Elba. Fucking loves Idris Elba. She calls him Hot Black Jesus. She fucking loves Idris Elba. And my hall pass was, of course, Joan Rivers. Until she died. I had to draw the line when she died. Once again, come on in. Come on in, sit down here. Don't worry, you're not interrupting anything. We're happy to have, what's your name?
Ash.
Ash, give it up for Ash. What a fucking cool name. That sounds like a superhero name, Ash. Is there a Saint Ash? Or is that derivative of something else?
Ash Wednesday.
That's my seat. Don't sit there, brother. You can sit anywhere else, but not in Patty's seat. I'm old, I need the lower lumbar support. Believe me. Yeah, my hall pass was Joan Rivers until she passed away. And then briefly, it was the Cholula hot sauce lady. He's hot, but it turns out that's not a real person. Doesn't exist. So now, oddly enough, my hall pass is Idris Elba. Sexy guy. Here. Give it up for, where's Ash? Where'd he go? Give it up for Ash, right? He's a hot guy, am I right? He's a good looking guy. Look, no homo. But if you ever went to jail, I'd like to go with you. I think maybe you could come back to the crib after the show for a little light Greco-Roman wrestling. Get up for him. He's a hot man. Are you guys a couple?
No, roommates.
Roommates? Oh, okay. So like all of the annoyance with none of the sex.
100%.
100%. There's not a chance? Come on, let us know. Is there a chance? Oh, God bless you. Good. God bless you. Look, I have a son named Mandrake, who calls me by my first name, which I think is revenge for. Ma'am, you can have a conversation after our set. I don't know if you understand. We're doing stand-up comedy up here, so we do insist on no conversation. Oh, that's what it is. Thank you. Boston. I understand. That's good. Give her a round of applause. She's listening. Boston is a crazy town. In Boston, even the Filipinos are racist. I don't know if you know. Have you been to Boston? It's good. There's a lot of Irish people there, though, so be fucking careful. Be careful. Egypt, where was I at? I don't know where I was at. Mandrake. Oh, yes. I have a son named Mandrake who calls me by my first name, which I think is him getting back at me for naming a Mandrake. And he lives an alternative lifestyle. Yeah. Hey, give it up for the LGBTQ people. God damn it! What the fuck is wrong with loving who you love and being cool with it and being the person that you really fucking are? Am I right?
Yeah.
And if that's the person he really is, I say jolly good. Right? Because I hate to think he just started sucking cock out of spite. This is what my point is. If you knew him, you know what I mean. But it could be worse. It could be a vegan. Do we have any vegans here? No?
I'm becoming one.
All right, you can become one. You know the hardest thing for a vegan to do? Keep it to themselves. Stop it! We don't need to know. We don't need to know. Well, listen, are you guys ready to go? Are you guys ready to get on board this comedy train, baby? Woo! I'm going to go to 3. I want some real enthusiasm. And get Boston to pitch in. You're in charge of Boston.
Okay.
If Boston starts...
Going up?
You're welcome to go up if you want. Oh, God. Hey, look, I'll tell you what. I've worked in Boston. Boston has a fucking great comedy scene.
That's what
Great.
somebody in Boston would say.
That's what somebody would do.
No,
If that is any example of the rest of your material, I am waiting with bated breath. God damn it. God damn it. Some of the comedy gold from Boston has been brought by Eileen or some Lean. Everyone there is a Lean or a Noreen or Annie. Are you Irish?
yeah.
God damn it. You're not from South. Southie's all gentrified now anyway.
No, I'm not from It is, yes.
It's all gentrified.
It is
but
gentrified.
they have no idea what we're talking
So is
about.
all of LA.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna move right along with your first comedian. How would you like that?
Yeah.
All right. This is. Well, give it a little more love. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I have not seen this comedian perform yet, but I sense we are in for a real fucking treat.
Yeah.
So put your hands together. Let's have a warm LA School of Comedy welcome for Iwan Wong. Come on, give it up!
Say hello to my little friend. 안녕. My name is Lee Won-woong. I'm a #1 comedian from North Korea. Okay. Knock knock.
Sir,
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un.
You take it too long to open door. Now you all go jail. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because Kim Jong-un tortured chicken family. Yes. Very sad. Feathers everywhere. Your mama, so fat. She'd make a Kim Jong-un look like Taylor Swift. Boom! Oh, shake it off, shake it off. Oh, I feel sorry for your mother. I'm a #1 comedian from North Korea. My name is Lee Won-woong. I have a Spanish name too. My Spanish name's a Ben. Yeah. Bendejo. Every day my good friend Carlos is calling me, hey, Bendejo. I said, hey, my good friend Carlos. I come to America to study at Harvard University.
Ah, yes. Yay, Boston.
That is a joke, though. Because at Harvard no accept Asian people.
That's funny.
No, I'm working at my uncle's liquor store in Compton with my good friend Carlos. Yeah, he's teaching me. You know, it's not easy being Asian. Most people don't know, but there's 5 levels of Asian. Go like this. Level 1, born in Asia. Level 2, born in America. Level 3, adopted by American. Level 4, half Asian, half American. And level 5, the lowest level of Asian, is comedian. Yeah, my dog died the other day. Yeah, it's very sad. You know, when someone you love so much die, it really make you think about the life. What is truly important? Anybody got any crystal meth? Yeah, sometimes you see like a white person with a black hair, like a very black and very straight. You know, it's very confusing for Asian people. We're like, what? What kind of Asian are you? Oh, I know. You must be a Caucasian. Yeah, I got the new dog now. It's a little Chihuahua. It's very small, but almost too small. I'm worried one morning I'm going to wake up and be like, where's my little puppy dog? And what is this furry pancake? Yeah, sometimes you see the UPS driver always driving with the door open. It's very strange, right? Like, why they do that? I think it's because they want you to look up their shorts. Yeah, I'm starting to get older. It's not easy getting older. I think the hardest part is you start losing things. Like you lose your phone, you lose your keys, you lose your parents. You know, when you lose your phone, you can call it. But once you lose your parents, they don't answer anymore. Yeah, when I first come to America, I go to McDonald's and I order the Big Mac. I say, finally, I try the #1 hamburger in America. It's no good. I go to Burger King. Maybe it should be called Burger Prince. I think an In-N-Out burger is the best burger. It's very delicious. But you go there, it's no In-N-Out. No, it take forever. The name should be Long, Slow Line of Cars. Yeah, I smoked marijuana for first time last week. Yeah, Carlos, he bring to work a big fat doobie. Yeah, we smoke a whole thing. Oh, it make me feel so very happy. And my mouth is so thirsty. Then everything goes so slow. Then I hear the music in my brain. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I listen to a song, make it louder and louder and louder. Then I have to sing. She bangs, she bangs. Oh, baby, when she moves, she moves. I go crazy because she looks like a flower, but she stings like a bee. Like every woman in a history. Okay, I'm done with that character now. That's not how I actually talk, right? This is how I actually talk. My name's not Iwano, it's actually Jeremiah Yesuke, and I was born and raised in Fort Hood, Texas. I'm an army brat. Yeah. I know y'all don't know what that means because this is Hollywood. Y'all hate America. My dad was Command Sergeant Major, 1st Cavalry Division, Fort Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty big motherfucking deal, man, I'm telling you. Thank you. Me, I never gave a damn about all that military shit, though. Hey, when we was in high school, my buddies and I, we'd sell weed to the soldiers. We'd throw grass clippings in there and shit. They didn't give a damn. They were so desperate for weed, they'd buy anything. They're like, what kind of weed is this? Like, oh, that's dandelion weed, yeah. It's some good shit, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, it ain't easy being Asian in Texas, man. For us, it ain't about skin color or hair type. Nah. For Asian people, it's all about one thing. Eye shape. Ain't that some shit? Like, if I wear sunglasses, people treat me just fine. Yeah. But as soon as I take them shades off, people are like, oh, well, this guy's the enemy. Well, let's not laugh at his jokes. There, you see? Yeah, man, people get weirded out when they hear the way I actually talk. People tell me all the time, they're like, you don't sound Asian. I'm like, well, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? What, should I walk around talking like this? And people are like, yeah. Then one day some motherfucker called me Kim Jong-un, and all little pieces started coming together. You know, Iwano is my dry cleaner. Yeah, that guy barely speaks any English. And his shop is called All American Dry Cleaning. I think that's false advertisement. One thing I do know about myself is that I am a magnet for gay men. Yeah, I guess because I'm Asian, or because I'm slender, or maybe just because I'm sexy as hell.
Yeah, man.
But I can be standing in a crowd of people, and gay men will just start, coming up to me from all directions and shit. Before you know it, I'll be surrounded by dudes talking about water-based lubricant and poppers and shit. I'm like, how the hell I end up down here? Ow, my butthole! Yeah, I wish I was gay.
I just got that.
Yeah, I'd be king of the gays, man, I'm telling you. But I guess every guy says that in the beginning, right? Every guy's like, shit, I'm gonna be one on top. I'm gonna be one doing all the fucking. Right? Then after a while, they're like, how the hell I end up down here? Ow, my butthole! Yeah, my cousin's gay. Hell, he tried to fuck me one night. I was like, dude, we are blood relatives. He was like, we can share more than just blood. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm so sexy, man. I turned a guy gay once. This is back when I had real long hair. I was just shopping at Ralph's one day, and some guy came up behind me. He's like, hey, girl, you fine as hell. Hey, let me get your phone number. I turned around. I was like, I'm a dude. He paused for like 1 second and was like, well, that's cool. You know, we just won't tell anybody about us. I was like, holy shit. I just turned this guy gay. I am dangerous. Yeah, but gay guys will try to trick you. One way to try to trick you is they'll be like, hey, man, would you ever suck a dick for $1 billion? See, that's a trick. Because if you say yes, very next question is going to be, would you suck a dick for $500 million? If you say yes to that, you know where this is going. Mm-hmm. Half an hour later, you be sucking that dude's dick for 30 cents. How'd I end up down here? I'm a butthole! Okay, I'm done with that guy too. My name's not Jeremiah Yesuke. My real name is actually Danny Honda. Like 4th generation Japanese American. My full Japanese name is actually Mitsubishi Yamamoto Honda. Right? I'm like, what the hell, Dad? Am I a kamikaze? What are my jokes? Oh yeah, I was in the United States Army, 1st Cavalry Division in Fort Hood, and yeah, thank you. It was weird. It was weird being the only Asian guy in the Army, you know? Every day, people were just looking at me like, are we supposed to shoot this guy? Yeah, I did get some Army benefits. It's pretty good. But I'd say the biggest benefit of joining the Army is the ability to give old men hard-ons.
What?
Yeah, old men love Army stories, you know? I guess because it makes them feel young or, you know, it gives them hope for the next generation or something. But, like, if I meet some old guy at a park and I still start telling Army stories, you know, he'll just jizz all over himself. Okay, well, one last thing. Kevin Hart. Oh, no. I was talking to this Persian guy. And I was like, you're Persian? From Persia? And he was like, yeah, where are you from? I was like, the Han Dynasty, I guess. Okay, I guess I'm about out of time, so I'll just end with this. Here's an impression of the very famous comedian Kevin Hart. All right. Kevin Hart.
Yeah, baby! Come on! Keep it going for wait a second. You had 3 names, so I don't quite know how to call. Which one?
Ewan. I only have one Instagram.
Ewan.
So.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the comedy of Ewan. Ewan is catnip for gay men. Give it up. That's good. Being catnip for gay men is the closest thing to hot girl privilege a man can ever experience. It really is. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. Let's get this stand going. This next comedian, I guarantee you've never seen anything quite like this. All right, I know that's a tall order to fill. He is rumored to have finger banged Iggy Azalea at the Red Lobster in Temecula on 3 separate occasions. Okay, it's a rumor. It's a rumor he started, I'll be honest with you. So I want you guys to give it up for the comedy stylings of Bobby fucking Peterson. Give it up for him, come on. Wow, Bobby fucking Peterson.
That is, wow. I don't know if I would even be that creative to start that rumor. I'm not that cool. Even if it is just Iggy Azalea, I don't know. Wow. All right. How's it going? That was amazing. I think that goes with the keep the shocking stuff to the end kind of stuff. Yeah. There's something personal back there. All right. So I'm Bobby fucking Peterson.
Yeah.
I've been, this is, well, my second mic in like 2 weeks. I took a hiatus because I didn't feel like doing shit or waking up or, so yeah, I'm back. I'm fucking back. Yeah, this, just an idea I had, I thought I'd write it down, but, you know, they say, what is it, fuck bitches, or get money, fuck bitches. I think it should be the other way around, I don't know, fuck money and get bitches. Cause seriously, fuck money. Right? It's a check. Oh shit! I dropped my. Anybody see my fortune cookie? No. It said something about friends will find me fucking hilarious or something like that. It's somewhere. Who cares? So explaining my I people you may know me may have I've said some shit. Some stuff that's offensive, shocking, whatever. But yeah, I find everything funny, but I mean, back in the day I used to go to movie previews all the time, like where you go see them early, and I was lucky enough to go see Freddy Got Fingered at a preview screening. Anybody seen it?
Yeah.
I was the only one who left fucking amazed at what I saw. That's my sense of humor. Tom Green, yeah, it's ridiculous, but yeah, that's... I literally, my friends were like, that was a waste of time. I'm like, are you kidding? That was art. I don't know. I wrote Disneyland for some reason. Disneyland. Oh yes, okay, so I can't remember. Alright. Anybody else like feel like when you're like in your brain you're living your life on behind the music? It's like, how are people going to remember this on my documentary? Like in the future, that's how I go through life. I like that's how I make decisions. Like, is this going to be cool when people watch it later? Yeah, that's my ego. I feel like this came up yesterday at a mic. I feel like if we fell into a wasteland, like a nuclear wasteland, like I don't know if I'd survive just because we live in this LA bubble where a bunch of me. I'll talk about me. I don't think I'd survive. Like, yeah, unless like I think I'd make a good second. Like find someone who's really strong and be really smart and like build shit out of trash really well and hopefully they protect me. I haven't dedicated myself to like giving up my ass yet, but like I might have to. I don't know where I'm going with this. Wow. They say when you don't do mics for a while, it's like yesterday I did my first mic for 2 weeks. My knees were shaking. It was weird.
We love you, Bobby fucking Peterson. Come on, baby, give it to us.
Thank you. Oh, I wasn't fishing for that. All right. Like this is true. I was in high school when COVID. When Columbine happened. So like.
Quite a segue.
Quite, yeah. So like, and I would have been voted most likely to shoot up the school. I'm pretty sure. Like, this is true every day. Passing from, I think it was 4th period to 5th period, or 2nd to 3rd. I don't remember. But I walk out of the hall every day, like clockwork. Fucking these two, like this Guatemalan kid would come out and he'd be like, "You gonna do it today?" I'm like, "No, I'll let you know." Every day. I thought it was funny. It might have been bullying. I don't know, but I thought that was funny. But like, I wasn't. There's no way I could have like hit a weapon. I was too busy hiding boners. That was hard enough. And like, I wasn't about to shoot anything but like a load of pre-jack in my pants. It might look like a bullet hole as it's like spreading, but imagery, yeah. That's an old joke I haven't really done well in a while. I heard today on the radio on the way over here, COVID to date has taken 7 million lives. 1 million in the US. We shut down the fucking country. Like, we could have done like 20 million. It wouldn't have been a big, I don't know. We fucked everything up just to make it like 7 million in like 2-3 years. There's a lot of people in the world, man. And not all. Look what we turned into. Was it worth it? It's quite a few of us who who could have probably used a little hospitalization. I don't know. It just feels wrong that we fucked the whole world over. Just okay. No, I like people. They're fun. I've been in 2 hit and runs in my life. I got hit. And I don't like dealing with people, so I'm like, oh, it's okay, and I leave. One time I was in a 7-Eleven, this dude literally like put a huge dent in the side of my car and left like a huge black mark on, it was a big yellow piece of shit truck, but I was like, no, it's cool, I'm alright, and I just left, and he just, I don't know if that's illegal, but I think technically those are hit and runs. Yeah, people scare me. But I'm learning to work, like, do teamwork, I guess. We're doing a festival on the 30th. Me and Castro Vegas, Mike Moody, a few other people. It's going to be like a show, 10 minutes for free in a park in Culver City, all day long. Just show up, you come, you're in the show. Yeah, it's low budget and everything. Spread the word. We're not. It's not official, but we're gonna be there. So if you all show up and bring your friends and everything, maybe it'll be a thing. But yeah, I'll post. It's all. I'm posting on my Instagram about it and stuff. But yeah, it's just that should be fun. If you, yeah, anybody can come. It's like literally gonna be 1 to 10. I was thinking shorter than that, but everyone else wants to do like a full festival, so I'm cool with it. If you paint, if you draw, bring your art to show off. I did a mic at my house. My friend showed art. He actually made like $20 on it. We're not charging for the mic because it's in public, but come fucking do it. It's free, and maybe it will be a regular thing if we can pull it off. Yeah, just a place to express yourself. That's what I'm about. I did, oh, that's what the Disneyland, okay. So, this is a true story about how I didn't get to go to Disneyland because of sexual harassment. I was in 6th grade, summer camp. We had a big trip to go to Disneyland at the end. And one day, like, I heard this joke someone said, and I walked up to this girl, and I said, I scratched her head and said, "My balls itch." Okay, I was in 6th grade, but I had to write a letter about why sexual harassment was wrong. This had, I don't know if my balls had dropped. I don't know. This was fucking insane. I had to write an apology letter, and I didn't get to go to Disneyland because of a joke. It should have been like foreshadowing for like this fucking woke movement. I don't know. I also got another time I was at we were at Raging Waters or one of those monsoon I don't know. We were at one of these water parks and our fat friend William said he was going to the bathroom. It was a big group of kids, again a summer camp. And he's like, "I'm going to the bathroom." And we're like, "Okay." And we were responsible for each other, a group of 4. He takes off and he doesn't come back, so we go to the bathroom. He's not there. We're like, okay, maybe because he was kind of slow. So we're hanging outside the women's restroom yelling his name. And because we're like, "William," because we didn't know he walked all the way to the other side of the park. We found out later. But these 2 ladies came out and they're like, "What are you doing? I feel sorry for your wives." And that was fucking weird because I don't know. It was just an experience I had where I think like people thought, I don't know, sexual harassment and being this, I don't know, it's weird. Just something I think about. I'm Bobby fucking Peterson. Thank you.
Come on, Bobby fucking Peterson, for Christ's sake. How often do you see that? Come on. That was something. Was that not? One more time for Bobby fucking Peterson. That was equal parts open mic comedy and intervention. It was equal. It was equal parts both of them. Don't you think so, Ash?
Yes.
I think so. Does anybody here still like wear a mask on occasion? Because I was in Florida over the weekend working, and I wear a mask sometimes. Like here, people don't really bother you much, but I had 3 nights in Jacksonville, Florida, which if you can avoid it, avoid it. They paid me. I went, and I was wearing a mask, and the guy says, "Are you sick, or you just want everybody to know who you're voting for?" And even on the plane, when I got on the plane, I was wearing a mask, and the stewardess comes up and says, "You're gonna have to fucking take that mask off, sir." I said, "Well, in her favor, it was a ski mask." So but for people with fucked up teeth and beautiful eyes, those were glory days, right? Right? That was it's as good as it ever fucking got, am I right? And the chinless. For the chinless, that was right. Okay, we're gonna move right along with this next man. He's a very sexy comedian. You're gonna love him. He's done my show at the Mix, which I produce 5 shows a month at the Mix on Wednesday nights. He's a very funny man. He's coming all the way from the back of the room. Give it up for Sosa Knight. Come on! One more time for Sosa Knight.
Man, my energy is gonna be kind of low, man, cause fucking, I'm not even supposed to be cussing. It's Ramadan. I'm Muslim, so I'm supposed to be like, I'm supposed to be on my stuff right now. You know what I mean? I haven't ate nothing or drunk anything for about 9 hours. So if I die on here, yeah, it's not good for me. Anyway. So back in high school, man, I had this football coach, which, as I got older and started drinking, I started to realize he was drunk every single day at practice. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that's just how old Polynesian dudes were. You know what I mean? He was always walking in like, "Hey, Sosa, how you doing? Sosa, get online, Sosa, yay!" And I was like, "Okay, Coach T," you know what I mean? But dude was off his knockers. But the thing that was always funny about him was, because, like old people get a pass to be racist. You know what I mean? Especially if they're like funny old people. Like, they're cool old people. You know what I mean? Like, Coach T was a cool old guy, so I allowed him to say some outlandish, you know what I'm talking about? Like, when y'all know what I'm talking about. So, and he was pretty good with his shit, you know what I mean? He would come get me, like I was one time, we was in summer camp, and I'm with my Native American friend. We had a Native American team. His name was Colin, right? And me and him are chilling, and Coach T walks up to it, and he's like, "Oh, Sosa, I see you and Colin hanging out again. What are you gonna eat? Indian pork?" Now, look, this was this is a multifaceted joke, you know what I mean? Because I'm Muslim, I'm not gay. Like, this is a lot. There was a lot on the table he was hitting me with. I didn't know how to react. You know, the 16-year-old brain didn't know how to respond. But nah, he was a cool coach for us players, not for the school. Bro killed the football program, $17,000 in debt. Yeah, fuck yeah. So I guess he wasn't a good coach. I don't know what the fuck my team was. I don't know what they was doing. You know what I mean? My school had a history of just, you know, hiring bad coaches. That just wasn't him. You know what I mean? Like, you know it's bad when your drunk everyday coach is like, he's the high tier. He's S tier there. You know what I mean? Like my wrestling coach, Coach Cronin. I don't mind name dropping his full name because, see, Coach Cronin, he like ruined my whole wrestling career in high school, you know what I mean? Because wrestling's already not good for like your reputation as like a boy, you know what I mean? It's like the gayest sport, you know what I mean? You know, and I can say I really wrestle, you know what I mean? I was one of those guys that didn't wear underwear when I wore my singlet, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was one of those weird kids, you know what I mean? So luckily I was one of those higher weight classes, so I never had to wrestle a girl. That was like the scariest shit in high school. Like the funniest shit was always seeing like some 13-year-old freshman pop a boner wrestling a girl, like 125er. Like he get up and he's like, it's like bro, calm down, man, calm down. You know what I mean? I never had to deal with that, but you know, my wrestling coach, he was, you know, I'm just gonna cut to the chase, I guess. You know, he went to jail. You know, he like went to jail for pedophilia. You know what I mean? Which that's not a good look. You know what I mean? He never touched me. You know, luckily I had big kid privilege. You know what I mean? When you're a big black kid, you don't deal with most things. Most people don't want to fight me. You know, white men didn't want to touch my ass. I didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, maybe not for other people. You know what I mean? Anyway. But, you know, it always made interactions with him super fucking weird. Like, I remember one time, you know, after practice, you know, long day of conditioning, I'm like, hey, Coach Cronin, can you give me a ride home? And he's like, so I can't give you a ride home. They're watching me. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what do you mean they're watching? I'm like, what? Man, hey, you know, hey, luckily I didn't get in that car with him, you know what I'm saying? It could have been bad. Man, you know, high school was just, you know, I went to high school in Vegas, and living in Las Vegas is, had any of y'all ever lived in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yo, you live in a couple? Oh, nice. Okay. What part of Las Vegas you live in?
Summerlin area.
Okay, you lived in the good part with me. There's two parts of Vegas. There's the north side of Vegas, and then there's the south side of it. Like the north side of Vegas is where like that's just like it's like the Twilight Zone, dog. Like when you get near the Air Force Base in Vegas, it's weird as shit. Like, I only been there like 2 times, and the whole life I lived in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like I would stumble over there. Like as soon as like. This is a funny story, so, cause I don't know, I'm not even fucking writing shit. So we was buying this dog, right? You know what I mean? And now when you're buying dogs, don't buy dogs from Craigslist. You're taking some chances, you know what I mean? And we was buying this dog from Craigslist, and it's never a good sign when the dude selling you the dog comes out one of those old dirty ass pickup trucks, you know what I mean? It was this fat, you know, Mexican dude, you know what I mean? I'm like 25% Salvadoran. I could say Mexican dude. So Mexican dude, you know what I mean? He didn't really speak English, and he had this fucking little ass puppy. This thing had to be like maybe less than 5 weeks. So it was way too young. Like, it was like fuck. It looked like it was dying, honestly. And he was just like, "Oh, senor, you want puppy?" I'm like, "What the? No. All right, how much you selling the puppy for? $800. What the? $800 for Craigslist puppies, dude." American inflation is getting out of hand. You know what I mean? These were supposed to be the cheap shit. You know what I mean? $800, that's purebred. You know what I mean? $50 is a good enough for a sick Craigslist puppy. You know what I mean? Because if it dies, it's just $50. You know what I mean? Like I felt this when I had a dog from the pound. You know what I mean? Or like any reptile that died. I've always had reptiles that died. Like I can see your face. You don't like that joke. You're like, oh, yeah, I was gonna go more into it. So you know, as a kid, I was kind of. My mom was my mom's a great mom, a terrible pet mom. She would buy me fucking weird pets for a little kid. She'd be like, I'd be like, I want a hamster, and I get a scorpion. Like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? But you know, I didn't mind it, honestly. You know, I would do weird shit. I would fucking, you know, fuck with the scorpion, rub his back and shit. And actually, hold on, wait a minute. I have jokes I'm supposed to be telling, not random stories. I'm about to save y'all the things. I know what I wanted to talk about. I've been wanting to get this off my chest. Now, before I say this, this is a bad. You never start a joke by saying you're not like, you know, racist or anything. But I'm not a hateful person when I make this observation. So, you know, I live in a Jewish neighborhood, right? You know what I mean? And I got a theory that, like, the Jewish people got, like, a mob or some shit. And I think they're killing people. Let me explain. When I first moved in the Jewish neighborhood, it was this homeless guy that lived in my corner. Now, this dude would jerk off every 3 o'clock in the morning and scream. And this, you know, I came from Vegas. I didn't experience homeless people. So he was pissing me off. And even worse was, like, people would give him blankets and shit. Like, they would warn them for jerking off at 3 o'clock in the morning, screaming. You know, I'd be trying to sleep. Ah, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Terrible. He did have a big dick, though. Anyway. Anyway. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know if y'all live in, like, a Jewish neighborhood or anything, but the one I live in, they have, like, their own police force. Like, when shit goes down, like, domestic violence, you know, it's not the police that shows up. It's, like, a little van or, like, a little truck and it has, like, Hebrew on it. I don't fucking speak Hebrew, obviously, so I don't know what it says. But it shows up and they pick people up and drive them off, and I don't see them for months. Now, I don't know where they send these people to. I got a theory that they're, you know, sending them. I got a theory they got, like, an apartment block. And it, you know, they got like one apartment block and they just taking people in there. Like when they fuck up, like, you know, say you know, bitch slap your wife, get in that fucking box. And they re-educate you and send you back on your way, you know what I mean? Which, honestly, I wish the black community had something like this too. You know what I mean? The police, I don't like the police. I wish, you know, some black dudes just walk up, beat the shit out of me, make me watch a video, send me on my way. That's a way better vibe than the current police department, right? But the thing I got though is I think they're doing this because one day the dude just disappeared. Now, I don't know if you know, but the homeless situation, LA don't really do anything about the homelessness, you know what I mean? Like a homeless dude they gotta do a lot to get picked up. And he vanished, everything gone. One day he was jerking off in the corner, next day gone. The amount of hours. Now I'm thinking what's happening is that, you know, now mind you, he was jerking off right in front of the temple. Which I don't know, like I'm guessing the head rabbi must have came in one day. You know what I mean? Must have. I don't know. I'm not Jewish. I don't know how they set up, but I'm guessing they got a head rabbi, right? Any Jewish people in the audience? They got a head rabbi, right? Okay, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in accent. I'm thinking he was just like, we got to get this motherfucker out of there. You know what I mean? They got him out of there like Star Wars. I don't know. I'm taking this. I don't like the reactions I'm getting. I don't think I'm gonna do the joke ever again. I'm gonna stay in my black lane. You know, I always wanted to talk about this weird phenomenon where, like, as a black comedian, I can say a lot of offensive things and get away with it. But there's some subjects like that last one. You know what I mean? I can't, you know, you saw what they did to Kanye. Kanye said so much outlandish shit over the years. You know what I mean? About everything, gay people, black people, Asian people. As soon as he touched Jewish people, they got him out of there. Which, hey, don't get me wrong, that nigga Kanye is also crazy. When you start, when you start praising Hitler, you gone too far. Because Hitler's wrong. I want you to know that. Anyway, my name is Social. My name is Social Night.
Social Night, ladies and gentlemen. Social Night. Wow. Give it up one more time for Social Night. Let's have a little more love. A little more love. Go on and get that. Go on and get it. How's everybody doing? We doing good so far?
Yeah.
How you feeling? Feeling good? I remember, because I wrestled in high school too. And I remember my coach said to me once, it's not gay if you leave your socks on. Is that true? Is that true? It's not gay if you beat them up afterwards. No. We're going to move right along to the next ship here. Shall we? Shall we? All right. This next comedian I have not seen yet, but I think you guys are in for a real treat. Are you ready for a treat?
Yeah.
You guys like treats? Yeah. I like treats. Give it up for the comedy of Jan Williams.
Woo!
Jan Williams, come on! Wow. One more time for Jan Williams.
First, I'm going to stand here awkwardly and mess with this thing so I can lower this thing. See if I can do that. So that's the awkward part. Yeah, see, not happening. There we go. That's smooth, huh? That is some smooth shit. Then I'm going to tell you, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it because I'm really tired. And then I thought, perfect, because I'm always accused of speaking too fast. So we're going to go absolutely opposite. I'm also really tired because I still have an Oscar hangover from the party. I happen to like Oscars, and the whole movie scene's my situation, and I had way too much popcorn. And it's hanging over here, so now I'm related to Orville Redenbacher. So, while watching the Oscars, I thought it has occurred to me, it's interesting how some people who are so impatient on the 405, who can't wait 5 seconds to change lanes, will sit and wait 5 hours to see if they won a prize. So I think they ought to be the drivers. And then it occurred to me, it is no coincidence that the Oscars were on the same day of daylight savings time, because I'm thinking the people who were nominated couldn't wait 1 more hour, so we have to change the clocks. It's their fault. It is the fault of Hollywood that we are changing the clocks. Then it occurred to me, it is Hollywood's fault that we're changing the clocks, because I don't think it's any coincidence that in November, when we turn the clocks back, it's also the same time that the Oscar people have to turn in their votes, so they need an extra hour, and we're pushing it back. So we can blame all that on Hollywood. That's where that goes. And can we just stop changing the clock and pushing it ahead an hour anyway? I'm aging fast enough as it is. So, so were you all here in 2018? Californians voted to stop this whole changing of the clock mess, right? We all said, nope, let's stop doing it. So we're looking at 6 years later, and we're still changing the clock. And then I learned, because I looked this one up, in order for that to be official, it takes an act of Congress. Oh, okay, so that's never going to happen, because that is the ultimate oxymoron. The act of Congress. They're not acting. So that's 2 words that don't belong together. And so the nutritionist that I went to, she said, you know, for breakfast, instead of having toast and pancakes and waffles, you should have rice cakes. And I said, just because 2 words can sit together in a sentence, rice cakes, does not mean it is edible. Right? Mud pie? That's where that went. And I also been pondering, so we had talked about this age thing and being over 60, which is old school, not old lady, old school. What's the difference? I'm old enough for AARP, not old enough for Medicare. Right in the middle, like a senior tween. And I was thinking about, why is it that there are some women who will only tell you they are of a certain age? They won't tell you their actual age. They are of a certain age. And I thought, why not? What's the big deal? And I thought, well, I'll tell you, I'm 64. There you go. 64.
That's why women don't tell you their age.
Oh, look at you standing up there for 5 minutes. Oh, that's nice. You're out after dark and you can still drive. I bet you can use sharp objects. That's really nice. You must have a map of the 10 cleanest bathrooms in Los Angeles. Oh my gosh, and your shoes match. How nice. That's fabulous. And oh, what's the other one? Oh, and fabulous, you get discount pancakes at IHOP. My grandma goes there. And is that bruise a badge of honor from pickleball? Oh, you old people. What was it like to watch black and white TV? Were your clothes in color? Oh my gosh. Did you really stop at a gas station to ask for direction? That is just crazy. How did you possibly live without the internet? How did you survive smoking on a plane? Oh my God, 64, that is adorable. You don't look a day over Medicare. You go, girl. Woo! That's why women don't tell you their age. Oh. So for people who are out of town, you know the traffic of the 405, right? People, there's a reputation. And when I first moved here, the reputation of the traffic of 405 got to me. I didn't even drive for the first 3 months I was here. I was so scared of it. And then I figured out, traffic is not your problem. The problem is this rat's nest you call a freeway system, right? So I moved here from Utah, and if you've never been to Utah, there's only one freeway that goes through the whole state. That's north to south, one. There's one freeway that goes east to west, one. That's it. Here, not only do you have more than one freeway to get you to where you want to go, you have more than one name for each of those freeways. That's your problem. So one night I'm in Burbank, and I wanted to get to Marina Del Rey, right? Should have been pretty easy. But it was late, and I was tired, and I got lost, and I ended up going over the hill, which is the 5, also known as the Golden State Freeway north of downtown. But south of downtown, it's the Harbor Freeway, and that's where you got to be careful, because Harbor Freeway is the Santa Ana. Oh, wait, I screwed that up. Wait. Not a house. I'm old. So south of it is the Santa Ana Freeway. Santa Ana's further south than Marina Del Rey. So you have to get off at the Arroyo Seco Parkway, formerly known as the Pasadena Freeway, north of downtown, but south of downtown it's the Harbor Freeway, and that's where you got to be really careful, because that's where the 10 and the 110 intersect, and if you're in the wrong lane, you're on the 10 west. That's the Santa Monica Freeway. If you're in the other wrong lane, now you're on the 10 east. That's the San Bernardino Freeway. Not only does it take you to San Bernardino, but it continues on. It's the Christopher Columbus Transcontinental Highway, which takes you all the way to the shores of Jacksonville, Florida. But let's just keep it here on the Pacific Coast. There's a Pacific Coast Highway, right? There's the 1, the 10, the 110, the 210, all very innocent, till you meet their evil cousins, the 5s. There's the 5, the 15, the 405. Then they tell me the 405 is called the San Diego Freeway. Are you sure about that? It doesn't even go to San Diego. It funnels down to the 5. That's the Santa Ana Freeway. Santa Ana's 90 miles from San Diego, and just for the ironic hell of it, they put in a Highway 90 that's only 5 miles long. That's the one I wanted, but I couldn't get there because I looped around the 101, which is the Ventura Freeway, which takes you over the Cahuenga Pass, which connects Hollywood to the San Fernando Valley, and which that means I ended up back in Burbank. Ah! 2 lessons to be learned here. 1, you can't drive and cry at the same time. 2, if you end up crying checking into a hotel, they will give you a discount. Yeah. Woo! I almost made it through that one. I'm tired and old.
Oh, wow.
Damn. So when I was at, well, thanks. Oh, gotta go to bed. That's it. That is the old police right there. So while I was at Ralph's, I learned that almond milk is basically hot water poured over almond nuts. Right? That's almond milk. So then I thought, what would happen if I poured hot water over my husband's nuts? Would I get man milk?
No.
That would at least explain the impulse purchase of malted milk balls. And then on the way home, I thought, oh, shit, he had a vasectomy. I should have got milk duds. There you go.
Hey.
And I also got a package of the #1 selling cookie in America. Do you know what that is? #1 selling cookie in America? Oreos. Yeah. Oreos. Yes. Now the weird thing about Oreos, now that you recognize it, weird thing about Oreos is that they come in a resealable package. This is a useless design. There's no such thing as leftover Oreos. There's no such thing as leftover cookies. So a resealable package is just a useless design. It's like the chip clip, right? Now with the chip clip, you're supposed to roll up that package and clip it to preserve freshness for later. There's no such thing as leftover potato chips. It's like saying there's going to be leftover sex. There's no such thing. You're not going to roll up his package and clip it to preserve freshness for later. There's no such thing. I'm done. Thank you.
Come on, Jen Williams! One more time. Let's show some real love. Jen Williams. Yeah, you know you're getting old when people start telling you how young you look. But it's very nice to see you young people here. You're a very sexy group of people. And when I look at you, when I look out amongst you, it reminds me of when I was your age. I was just like you. I was lonely and horny. Fucking so horny and so lonely. I was once proof that you could cry uncontrollably while fully erect. That was me, but there's hope. There's hope. And we also have another comedian coming to the stage whose name I might need some help with. She's here. Where are you from?
I'm going to tell you later.
Oh, we don't want that. Will be revealed in a minute, Ash. Don't get your horses going. We lost the girl from Boston. Did she leave? She okay. Huh?
It's not a call, but just come.
That's okay. That's okay. I've been to Boston. We're not missing much. Anyway. Have you been there? You know what the fuck I'm talking about. What am I telling you? You're from Long Island. That's. We're going to bring our next comedian up. Would you like that?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I have not seen the comedy of this next comedian, but I think you guys are in for a treat. Do we like treats? We love fucking treats! Give it up for the comedy of Yelena Kovaleva.
You got it.
I did it! Hey, Yelena Kovaleva, give it up, come on!
Hi guys, thank you so much for coming. Let me figure it out this too. Again, thank you so much for coming. And you got it. You pronounced correctly my first and last name. Thank you. It started happening this year. Before, I don't know, people will always tell you Helena, Yeliana, I don't know. But anyway, my name is Yelena. I'm Russian.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Like, no applauses. I thought you guys scared. Please don't be. I'm half Ukrainian. I was just confused. I invaded myself. And I'm also not from Russia and not from Ukraine. Can you guess where am I from? Any guesses? Uzbekistan. That's close. Very smart guess. But I'm not from Uzbekistan.
Slovenia.
Belarus. What a smart audience I have today. Oh my god, very good guesses. Texas, well, with my accent, like Russian accent.
Kazakhstan?
Yeah, well, I think you heard me. Yes, guys, I'm from Kazakhstan.
Give it up for
Yes. The land of Borat. I think Borat is very sexy and handsome. That's the type of man I like. So hot. That's my crush. So, you know, even me being from Kazakhstan, we lost you for a minute. We're like, where's the Boston girl?
I flew back for a second.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Boston girl. Woo! So yes, you know, even me being from Kazakhstan, people still ask me about current political situation. And I'm so tired of it, to be honest, because all I care about is just fashion and sex. You know, there was a fashion show in LA, and I'm so glad I participated there, because they taught me how to walk. Before, I was just pulling a plowshare around the yurt. Guys, do you know yurt? Oh my god, I told you I have a very smart audience today. But who doesn't know, the yurt is the camping house with the shape of circle in the middle of the village. Like homeless people live here like that. So yes, I'm just a girl from Kazakhstan. I'm exploring America, and you know, and I participated in a beauty competition. Oh, let me tell you, that was a fucking experience. I asked, am I gonna show my talent? The producer said, hey, don't worry about it. You don't have to have a talent. So we just ended up just walking back and forth. And after that, girls were gossiping about me that I slept with the judges. And this is ridiculous because I took only 3rd place. I slept with the superior court judge and the lower court judge and the judge from the tennis match and the immigration judge. And all these judges are wrong people. I slept with the wrong people. Do you sleep with the wrong people?
I try not to.
At least you're trying. I failed all my tries, you know. Anyway, not a big deal. Listen, in America, women are judged by their beauty. But we value different things in women in Kazakhstan, like personality, charisma, strength, like menage a trois. You know, if a woman can pick up 2 men and carry them to work. Strong women. Have you ever been picked up by a woman? Have you tried menage a trois?
No.
No? That's boring. Me neither. Listen, I have to admit, America is more progressive than us. You guys have here what we don't have. For example, cleavage. Except for when men bend down. Funny little bit, right? Okay, anyway, it's not about fashion. Let's talk about sex, right? Yeah, baby. Let me tell you how we live in Kazakhstan. When we go on a date, we ride horses. And then we sleep with each other. And then we eat the horses. And then I came to America. Do you know why I came here? Because we were starving. We ran out of horses. But the good news, guys, I already got my American boyfriend. Thank you. I cooked for him. Do you know what I cooked? Horse.
Himself.
Not a horse. I cooked spaghetti. Spaghetti with horse balls. And then he disappeared. My balls were too big. It's the story of my life. So, but I have a good news. I got a visa, guys. Thank you. You know, they let me stay as long as I don't go to the racetrack. And I have another good news. I'm single again. Who wants to be my next boyfriend? I'm such a good cook. Like, I don't see hands in the audience. Who wants to be my boyfriend? Like, no hands. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because this is LA. Okay? Let me tell you the difference between Kazakhstani men and LA men. When Kazakhstani men want you, they stalk you. Then they kidnap you. And then you get married. LA men, they just stalk. They don't want to get married. Listen, guys, I went to so many psychics to hear when I'm gonna get married. They don't see it. With this crystal ball, they don't see it. Nobody told me. Bad psychics. But listen, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna find the right psychic who's gonna tell me that it's gonna happen this year. In November. My wedding is scheduled already. I already found a dress. The last thing is to find a husband. And I'm gonna tell you another difference between Kazakhstani men and LA men. Kazakhstani men, they hung like horse. You know, we don't have condoms in Kazakhstan. We use trash bags. LA men, they're just average, you know. Maybe you're married, you don't know. You know, LA men, they're just average, you know. You know why? Because they're all vegans. Are there any vegan people in the house? Thank God. Because I don't understand these people. But don't try.
Okay.
Because I don't understand these people. Like, they eat sprouts, grass, beans. This is how animals eat in Kazakhstan, and then we eat animals. I feel like people are missing one step in their diet here.
That makes sense.
You know, you understand. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you so much.
Come on, give it up! Yeah, give it up there. All the way from Pakistan. One more time, give it up. Wow. Well done. Yeleva Kovaleva and her big balls. Give it up!
Yeah!
For the big balls of Yelena Kovaleva. Yeah, baby. Listen, this is the time in our show where I do a public service announcement. Many of you know, some of you don't know, about a scourge that happens in the stand-up comedy community. I am talking, of course, about chuckle fucking. Clap if you're familiar with the chuckle fucking. Are you familiar with chuckle fucking? Okay, he knows chuckle fucking. Chuckle fucking is when one stand-up comedian fucks another stand-up comedian. As a relationship, now look, I am pro chuckle fucking. Don't get me wrong. My wife is against it though. The whole chuckle fucking. She's not on board. But hey, enough with the chuckle fucking humor. But you guys get it, right, Ash? Ash, I want to make sure you got it because you look like you were about to fuck somebody after the show. It's a great mental picture. I've got it in my head now. Let's bring up our next comedian who's going to be a real Hey, bye. You won. And say goodbye to his multiple personalities. The number one top stand-up comedian from North Korea, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Give it up, baby. So where was I? Oh, we've got a treat, right? You guys like treats?
Yeah.
All right. Come on. Our next comedian hails all the way from Long Island, New York. So get ready. And as we know, New Yorkers are famous for getting along with people from Boston. So let's give it up for CC Trezor. Come on!
Wait, this means I can get from Rome now. Sorry.
Guys, how do you think me and Hannah know each other? I want to hear guesses.
Rehab.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say?
And I get it. He said rehab. Sleepaway camp, actually, but thank you.
That's like basically the same thing.
It honestly
So
was.
rehab.
It was the sleepaway camp that we went to. Like everyone was dealing with their own things. Love it though, guys. I feel like there's only so many times that someone can treat you bad before you're like, wait, like what am I doing here? You know what I mean? Like when you're talking about trouble with men, that's my issue, you know? Because I'm like, wait, are you really sure you don't like me like that? Because like me personally, like I like me like that. So like, oh, I'm just gonna stay here a few more months and just make sure that you really don't like me like that. You know what I mean? And for anyone in therapy, like, you know, it's the worst when like your therapist asks you a question of like, and why do you think you're doing this? And the answer is always, oh, my dad. That is definitely where it's coming from. And nobody, okay, great relationship with your dad. All right. No, it's funny. I'm kind of like, how do you know if it's like love bombing? You know what I mean? Because like me personally, like I understand why someone would meet me in like 2 days and be like, let's get married, let's have a future together. You know what I mean? But that apparently might be love bombing. So that's just a question I got. Speaking of, I don't know if I said speaking of, yeah, I did. Okay, speaking of my father, why are dads so scared of getting their identities taken? Like, it's their biggest fucking fear. But like, bro, you're like a problematic white guy. Like, nobody wants your identity anymore. You don't fuck up with that. Like, what? The passwords are like crazy. I don't know if anyone here had one of the like parents who had like a 50-digit long password. It was insane. So wild. It made it such a hassle. My friends came over for the Wi-Fi. No, but I love my parents. I love my parents a lot. I have this fun game that I play with my mom where I tell her about all the drugs that I'm doing and the people I'm having sex with, and she tells me to stop telling her that. It's super, super fun. But talking about drugs with parents, I honestly have had a lot of experience with that. Has anyone here too? Yeah. Okay, you're in comedy, so some of you have, all right? Your parents have definitely like see you like smoking stuff. Okay, whatever. No, so I'll tell you guys like a little story that I think is funny. I went to Arizona with my college roommate, like my best friend, and my parents went with us. It was for spring break, which is so silly. And we decided to drop acid. Yeah, right? Because we were like, oh, cool, we'll get to like the mountain range and whatever, I guess like the rock range. And we were timing it out to like be done with this like farmer's market. But they had these, so we did it. We took it and we thought, okay, cool, like it won't have for another 30 minutes and then we'll get to the rocks and then we won't be with our parents. But then like they started doing like drums and that really, I think, made the trip quicken. So we were like, oh my God, Mom, we gotta go. And they take us to like the rocks and it's just like the sound of the turn signal. Like it felt like eternity. I don't know how to do the sound. But you guys get the image. It was crazy. And I was like, oh my God, so close. And then my mom, we're pulling in and she points to the rocks and she's like, are those ants? And I just like lost my fucking shit. Because there were people walking on the mountain and I was like, no fucking way. So I don't know. My parents was like, no, I think they might have had an idea. But people take their kids sometimes in Sedona, Arizona, there if they have I don't know. I guess people think that the rock formations can like cure different types of illnesses. So some of the kids there that they take are like nonverbal. And so I was really confused when me and my friend were there because we didn't know. We kept on saying hi to people and they didn't like. They were like kind of nonverbal. So we were like, "What is happening? Is this sort of our trip?" You know what I mean? It was super confusing. And then at one point, this little girl, she falls over, right? And I was like, "Oh, that was embarrassing." So I took it upon myself to like fall over too, you know, as like a sign of solidarity. And I thought like everyone in the rock formation would also like fall over, but they didn't. So it looked like I was just being, you know, a bitch and making fun of her. Really, I was trying to start a movement, but you know, whatever. It's freaking crazy. This other time, my dad, he walks in on me and my friend, and it's so clear we just smoked weed. It smells like it, like the joint is right there, and like the window is off, the screen's off the window. And he was so upset. He's like, "You can't do that. You can't smoke weed." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." Little does he know, we were also tripping on acid that day, though. He didn't know that far about it, thank God, right? Okay, I took shrooms yesterday. We went to the Malibu Country Mart. Me and my bestie's over there showing her around. It was just silly. I was on shrooms, and I started feeling really bad because you know how you have to text your landlord aggressively to get them to do, like, anything, you know? Nope, yes. Great landlords. All right, guys. Awesome. Cool. So I had to text mine really aggressively, and when I was on the trip, I was like, you know, that really wasn't like nice of me, and then I started fucking crying. Like, who the fuck cries over a landlord? Are you fucking serious, bro? Like, I gotta get help for that. That's crazy. And now I'm being like so nice every time like he texts us back. Our toilet isn't working though, but I'm like, oh, I get it. You're busy. Don't even worry. Whoopsies, where is it? There we go. Yeah, but has anyone here been to Malibu Country Mart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird energy there. I feel like everyone's computer generated. It's super crazy. Nobody. Okay. All right. I think I met like 40 NPCs there. Yeah, it was fucking wild. And it's funny because they have like on the other side it's the Malibu Lagoon, and they have like a bunch of porta potties, and it would just take like one Louis Vuitton bag that they're selling in the Malibu Country Mart to get like really nice bathrooms on the other side. We don't seem to do that. Yeah, it's fun showing Hannah around LA. You know, she's from Boston, so she doesn't know what gay people are. So,
that's actually pretty good.
Super fun to see your reaction to everything. And this is my last thing, and I'll just leave you with this. People look like their faces. You know what I mean? So if you're looking like that, you just look like your face. You know what I mean? People look like their face. Thank you so much. You can find me on Instagram at CECETRZ. Thank you.
One more time for CC Trezor. Well, honey, I think you're going to have to hold it in because guess who's coming up next? I've been waiting for this. Oh, Bobby fucking Peterson.
I gotta get to work in the morning. Sorry.
Okay, Bobby, go on. One more time for Bobby fucking Peterson, huh? How about that? How about that? Not nobody quite like him. This next comedian has come here all the way from summer camp with CC Trezor. Does summer camp lead to rehab? Is that the way that works?
Yeah.
I actually love that sweater. It looks like one of Bill Cosby's old sweaters. Yeah, baby. Well, let's give it up for her. She's here all the way from Boston, for Christ's sake. Did you bring any chowder?
No.
All right. Give it up for the comedy of Hannah Heron. Hannah Heron!
So, CC obviously signed me up, right?
I did.
Okay, thank you. I have like extreme ADHD, so obviously I was really late for here. That's like not a joke. That's just completely serious. I feel like I need her up here because I actually have nothing prepared, but I'll just tell you a little bit about me. My name's Hannah Heron. I'm not from Boston. I'm actually from like a small town north of Boston called Ipswich, Massachusetts, and it's beautiful. Go check it out. You'll never get there. But I've heard a lot of talk about actually the military, the United States military, which is, believe it or not, why I'm here. I'm getting married to somebody. No, I'm not actually. I'm completely like lie at all. But my brother had graduation from OCS, and they were like, "What's the next event?" And I'm like, "Literally your wedding with your girlfriend, who you know you will marry in 5 years, but you are in the Philippines right now, so you can't." Anywho, so my brother, do you guys have a sibling? Don't clap if you have a sibling. It takes up too much time of my show. This is all about me, because I'm from Boston. Anywho, great schools, by the way. Obviously, you guys probably don't need to hear that because you're probably past that point. I'm not at all. I am doing a 5th year, and I'm wasting a lot of money. I have taken the cans at my college dorm and brought them to the Redemption Center. I actually started drinking more so that I could return more cans. But what I found was that how far I was driving was the gas was the equivalent to like what I was making for the Redemption Center. So I would go. Have you guys ever been like really down bad with money? You're in LA, like, oh, really? No way. That's crazy because me too. I decided to book a trip to Los Angeles, so I went broke for a second, but I'm making a few extra dollars through my dividends. But you can ask my dad what that means. So, anyways, yeah, so I came here, my brother, he's deploying to a place which I already mentioned, but I'm going to say I can't mention, and I'm going to pretend it's top secret, but it's not at all. He has an interesting haircut, and I told my mom, him, I was like, you know, like, might want to bring the Rogaine with you, I'm not sure, but that's not that funny, because I'm sure like some of you will go bald at some point, but anywho, obviously thank you for your service, because I wasn't really sure if there was anyone up here because you blended in so well with your camouflage. It's not funny. I'm genuinely saying that I might still be tripping on the acid we took yesterday. Hi, Mom. Boston, okay, so I came out here, see my brother. I asked him, this happened 2 days ago. I came out to California, one-way trip, because I get my next paycheck next week, so I don't know when I'm fucking leaving yet. Like, I have no idea how long I'm here. Maybe I'll become homeless, but I think I'd be better off homeless in San Francisco. But anywho, so it's not funny, I haven't been to San Francisco yet, so I'm gonna check it out. This isn't a comedy bit, I'm just speaking. Okay, so last night I went to Venice, and yeah, woohoo. I have no, like, you know, like, woohoo, but, like, the last time I was in Venice, I got locked out of, like, the CEO of the company that I was working for's house, but at the same time, I think it was, like, a self-invite type of situation. So I might not have been locked out of the house per se, but, like, in my head I was. But anyways, this time we went to, where did?
Roosterfish.
Roosterfish. Again, I have nothing to say that's funny about Roosterfish, except for the fact that it's named Roosterfish. And this is so bad, I'm so sorry, anyways, so I see some of the people that I used to work with, and I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy, like, I text somebody else from the company to see what's going on, but he has an open mic, and what's the time? 1 minute? What's that in seconds? 60? 6 seconds. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. Anyways, I'm not. But, anywho, this is so bad, but this is like my last time in LA. Because of this situation. Anyway, so I'm like over talking, I'm like, oh, it's so crazy. He's like, yeah, I think I was hired after you. I'm like, we both know you took my job. Anywho, I'm like, my brother comes up, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I asked my brother, he's in San Diego, if I can stay at his house in San Diego, and with a full face, and like, Cece and Saul have literally been like, you can stay at our house over the weekend while we're in Santa Barbara. You can't come to Santa Barbara with us because we don't want you there. But you can stay at our house in LA. I go up to my brother and I said, hey, you know, I'm going to San Francisco. I'm in LA. I kind of want to see San Diego. And I know you're deploying out to a place I can't name, but I can. But I'm going to pretend like I can't just to make him seem like really like elite. But anywho. No, you actually can't know. I'll wrap it up in a second. That's what he said. But anyways, that's not funny. Okay, I guess you guys have a pull-out method. All right. So funny. Yeah. I actually haven't had sex in a year, so.
Let's go.
But I have, and Anyways, someone compared LA to P-Town. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Providence.
Yes, actually. Anywho, so going back to my story, I'm going up to the. I go up. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, whatever. My brother kind of just pushes me to. I literally flew out here to have lunch or dinner with my brother for lunch. Okay, sorry. And I'm like, okay, like, whatever. He's like, goes up to the guy who has my old job, and he's like, I love your content. I love what you're doing. I think the company has gone so far up compared to like when I was there, but it's not funny because it's true. So anyways, I go up to the guy and I was like, he didn't think it was funny, but I was just like, look at that. He's thanking you for your service. So I thought that was funny and he did not laugh at all. And that's kind of what you're doing right now. So
Hannah Heron! Give it up for Hannah Heron! Whoa! Give it up, kids. It's not easy to get up here. Hannah has not had sex in a year and is unwanted in Santa Barbara. And I thank you for thanking me for my service. However, this is just a haircut I got.
You did serve, and they...
No, I didn't.
Oh,
This haircut,
okay.
this haircut is for my Thursday night drag review at Hamburger Mary's.
And
I play Sinead O'Connor.
Provincetown.
You know, this is the part where I talk and you shut the fuck up. I don't know if you know how this works. But it's a common Boston thing. Who cares? Give her a round of applause. It's not easy to get up here.
I had nothing prepared.
Is that the mic? I'm of a certain age. This is common. Well, did you guys have some fun tonight?
Yes.
Did you enjoy yourself? Did you really have some fun? I had some fun. Well, listen, this will conclude the film section of our presentation tonight. If you think you're funny, you might be funny. If your friends tell you you're funny, maybe you're funny. But you will not know till you take it from the page up here to the stage. Give yourself a round of applause for being here tonight. You could have been anywhere, but for some reason you chose to be here, Anna. And God bless you each. May the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for. And good night, Sunda. Good night.
Woo!